Trying to get everybody to meet up here. Alright, that's good. Natives losing ferocity. We could probably start working on another colony, but I'm waiting until my troops get a little bit more recovered out here. I think we'll probably go down this way. What is going on here? Timurids? No, those other guys. The Timurids are here. I don't even know what country this is. Oriat? I don't know. It's not my problem, though. We'll figure it out later. I'm not real anxious to conquer stuff there yet. I am a little bit to take some of this stuff because these guys are still Tartars and stuff, so those are worthwhile, but main objective is right over here. So this army can probably move over here actually. So the general idea is going to be to sweep these two armies down here, take the capital. This one will branch off and start sieging that stuff down there. That is my brilliant strategy. And I should probably... No, I have to convert them over to Orthodox first. They shouldn't have much nationalism, right? But we'll worry about those guys in a little bit. Because we're going to have to increase our military maintenance up to full strength, which isn't the best because money is still somewhat of an issue here. I would like to get... Maybe I should get that other loan repaid before we do this. I think I'm going to do that. Wait until we get that other loan repaid and then we'll do this. So I'll be back in a little bit. It's been a little bit of a slow process here trying to get this Crimean War going again here. A lot of setbacks. We could westernize, but I just feel like that's going to throw us into a ridiculous amount of chaos. I'm going to have to think about that because I know it brings our stability down to 0 and it costs billions of these points. So it will probably take forever to do that, and it would really put a crimp in my expansion, I think, in the meantime. So I'm going to have to think about what a good point to try to do that would be. I would really like to get it done. It would be nice to be in the Western Tech group, but I don't know, like, we have so many provinces, it's probably a little bit impractical. Well, we can do another idea. That's probably not a bad thing because we'll get this thing filled out. So what is this going to do? This is going to access to the following policies, each dependent on the idea group is finished as well. Okay, so that gives a lot of stuff that we could potentially do, and yeah, that's probably not a bad thing. We'll do it. That filled out that whole thing, and then we just need to keep worrying about... I should really not spend any administrative power for a while. Try to get our administrative tech up to the next level. Alright, I'm going to call that good enough for this, even though it's winter now. Does winter really even matter down here? We're kind of far south. I don't know. Let's go ahead and take Lower Dawn as our stated goal. And nobody also joined, but I don't care. That's fine. Let's actually just have these guys meet up there in the middle. Make sure we have our army maintenance turned up, because otherwise it's going to go bad. Don't really care about naval maintenance at all. Press in. See what we can do here. Unfortunately, I should probably hang... Let's hang back till these guys meet up. They'll give us a chance to have more morale by the time we actually go into this fight. I should have probably raised my army maintenance earlier than I did, but oh well, it is what it is. Start splitting this guy up. No army. Two for you. And finally the main army can go up that way. See if we can catch these guys now. Because by the time we actually get out there, it'll probably be close to February. Did they have their army maintenance up all the way? I hate it when... It's nice when your enemies aren't ready for the war, but I probably gave them plenty of time to get ready anyway. Yeah, it looks like they did. And January 28th, they will arrive. Let's hold that off and do it after the February 1st, just to make sure everything is kosher. We outnumber them pretty strongly, so I don't imagine this will be too much of a problem. And then we'll just have the second army split up, and the first army can return to Moscow. That should work out just fine. And like I said, the main objective is going to be to take these two provinces so we can cut off Lithuania from coming any further to the south here. And they'll be pretty well hemmed in because Poland has a border on one side and then I do, and they have nowhere else to go unless they want to fight Poland, which would be alright with me really anyway. I'm still paused here while I'm talking. I should have unpaused. Oops. And goddamn, these rebels are just so much of a problem all the time out here. Why was this army even marching? I don't know. These rebels are just a constant issue out here. I really need to get that under control because it is really irritating. And I'm never going to be able to convert those cultures over as long as that's going too. Looks like we are kind of decimating each other here, but yeah, wow, we wiped them out. Cool beans. Second army stays. First army goes back to Moscow when they're allowed to move. There we go. So, do our patented splitting up of the army here. And I believe this war is in the can pretty much at this point, because we have all of their provinces under siege. There we go. Cool beans. Now it's just a waiting game again, and I'm going to transfer my best general out to the other army out there, and hopefully we'll be able to take out those stupid rebels. Damn the rebels. How long is this rebellion going to be going on for? A while still. I've been doing like harsh treatment, everything I can to try to keep things under control, but it's a grind, I'll tell you. So we'll just wait for everybody to get distributed here. Let's go ahead and cancel him in command there. Get these guys going and in position. And we'll do some rebel crushing. Yay! Nothing I like more than that. And another colony has become self-sustaining. That's good news. Suppose we should start sending colonists out here again. And we'll do both, I guess. Keep the border going. Want to reach that Pacific and the New World and all that stuff at some point. Even though I'm sure we'll be reaching well after Spain and Portugal has. So we took that. Go ahead and just keep on trucking here. Alright, we're going to go ahead with our next military technology now. That's cool. Looks like we have some superior unit types, and even though we're technically at war, I'm going to go ahead and see what we can do. Pike infantry is still fine, I suppose, because we don't really have another choice. Better cavalry, though. And I like to have shock, so we'll go with I don't know. We'll go with those cannons. That's the point. And everything's still expanding out this way at a pretty good clip. I'm happy about that. We discovered more territory, so keep the colony train rolling, I guess, out there. And since we're really one of like 2 or 3 countries that have this, I'm just going to go ahead and do this anyway. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can convert provinces to my religion. Oh, we get an extra missionary now. These are going to take forever, but we'll get to work on it. And another siege is done. Alright, that is the last siege out here, so let's see what we can get out of a peace deal now. So full annexation, like I thought, is a little bit too expensive. But we can get these two for sure. Probably get those. Oh, can't quite cut them off from. That's too bad. Maybe I should do this. Because then that just leaves this little core that nobody can touch. And everything's still connected. I think that is what I'm going to do. So that's going to lead to quite a lot of overextension. But we'll be able to burn through that. People are going to get a little bit pissed. Let's see what other things we could possibly do, though. Return cores. I don't want to do that. Release nations. Georgia. Wonder... Why can't I unselect these? Let us clear the offer. Let's see. Release nation. Georgia. Alright. What kind of nation will Georgia be, though? Are they going to be Catholic? Are they going to be what? Because that's not too shabby, actually, because we could probably still take... Oh, we can't take that. They won't do all of that. That's a shame. If we could do that and that, we'd be in pretty good shape, I think. Depending on what kind of nation Georgia would be. Let's try to figure this out. Sunni, Sunni, Sunni. They'd probably be Muslim anyway, so that's not really a good thing. Let's just do this and release nation, get rid of that. And then we'll do our little cut there. See what kind of money. Oh, they had a decent amount of money actually saved up. Revoke cores, don't really see anything useful there. That puts us over the top anyway. That might have been something worthwhile doing, but release nation, treaties. We could vassalize them, but they're a Muslim. They are Muslims, though. I don't know if we'd ever be able to do much with them. Oh, we can't do it when we have... Okay. It's only saying I could do that. It doesn't actually mean it. So we'll do this. We'll do this. And then 60% war score for that. Whatever. We'll call that good. Alright, cool. So we'll work on getting this overextension dealt with. Hopefully we have a nice little border starting with the Ottomans here, and they won't... I mean, we're already... pretty much hate them as much as we could, so hopefully they won't be attacking anytime soon. But we're starting to get our military power back up, and everything's kind of looking good, so... Lithuania's in a little bit of trouble here. Castile has invaded. They've probably got enough troops to pretty much beat them back unless they land more troops. But they're in a little bit of trouble there, which is good for me. I renewed our alliance here with Hungary because I do want to try to keep this front united here against the Ottoman Empire. And we're working on fabricating some claims. Unfortunately, apparently these guys bailed or something, and now they're at war with Lithuania. Their only ally, though, is the Papal State, so we should be able to deal with that relatively easily. I'm building a bunch of transport ships up here, and building a couple of light ships so I can actually patrol the White Sea up here. But the general idea here is going to be we're going to try to land some troops in the Papal State for the first time ever. Try to do some foreign landings. We do have a couple of ports here, so I think what we'll do is actually order our main navy down here, even though they've been on patrol. I wonder how much money that's going to end up costing me. That's a good question. But we need them down south, because we're going to be fighting a war fairly soon down here. And we actually have places to base a navy in the Black Sea now, which is good. And we get iron out in one of our colonies too. So the I'm going to guarantee Hungary, I think, as well. Oh, there's another influence. Can't do it for a few more days. But the general idea, I think, here is going to be to take these two territories as quick as we can. Right now, the Ottomans have entered a coalition against us with Crimea, but I don't think that will be too much of a problem. Hopefully, by the time we're ready to attack them again, it'll be done. And Hungary offered us a royal marriage, so that's good. Let's go ahead and guarantee Hungary as well. So our relations are pretty strong here. Hopefully that will be enough to deter Poland from attacking Hungary again. Because I kind of don't want anything changing over there for now. And I'm going to have to... Oh, that's fine that we can't claim that. I was about to say I'm going to have to redo the claim on that, but that's fine. No problem. I'm going to start working on some... I don't know what the Lithuania... Okay, I was about to say Lithuania doesn't really seem too concerned over here about all the territory that they're losing. No, this isn't going Lithuania's way. Well, hopefully they won't actually take any territory from Lithuania, because I'd rather not have to deal with Spain. It's not even Castile, it's actually Spain now, so I'd really rather not have to deal with them. I don't know why Lithuania is really not doing anything. Are they going to do anything now? Maybe they're going to do something now. They might be able to take out that Portuguese military at least. I don't know if they have any more troops in this. The ultimate best thing that I could hope for is that they'll break the alliance with Denmark. Because Denmark, actually, I saw one of their armies marching around over here, and it was pretty big, so I'd really rather avoid fighting Denmark and Lithuania. Ow, that was loud. I need to turn down my headset. I want to avoid fighting Lithuania and Denmark at the same time. And this king is much better. That's good. That is good. Let's go. We're going to have to reconfigure our royal marriages, I think, probably. I don't know when those get broken exactly. Seems like sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Royal marriage. So this is going to be more of this until we get our claims fabricated, and then we'll get ready for war. Hopefully our navy will be constructed by then. I should actually really check in on that here. Is that Bosnia? That is Bosnia. I'll accept that. Yeah, so everything's going to be done in about 3 months, and then I have to maneuver them down here, and we're going to split off an army to go fight the Papal State. And I'm feeling pretty good about things. I'll probably bring... I'm going to have to do sea landings here too, aren't I? Because I don't have a way through Crimea or through over here, so we'll have to do some naval landings. This is getting real now. We're like a real country. Well, kind of like don't exactly want Lithuania to win, but I really don't want them taking too much from... Okay, that's good. They're splitting up. Let's see what happens here with Lithuania. And I'm firming up my relationship with Brandenburg, because like I said, I have no intention of going into Germany right now, so they're going to act as a buffer between the Holy Roman Empire and me. I'll probably end up trying to befriend Bohemia at some point too, because it's nice to have a little bit of a boundary. And they won. Are they going to hunt them down? That'll probably go on for a while. It looks like Genoa landed their troops over here. That's sort of beneficial, actually, because I could swing an army down through here. Well, and then I could block them off. I think our navy is probably big enough to take their navy. Because if we go to war with them, they're not going to have a way back. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Let's move our big army down here so that we can do a blocking action. And then I think we'll use... Really? Man, oh man, I get sick of this. Let's move these guys over here. But I really need to deal with that too. They just uprise all the time. And Kazan has incorporated apparently their little friend over there, Kazakh. So unfortunately, they're kind of a lot bigger again now. So gonna probably have to take them down a notch or two at some point. I think the first army is going to deal with all of this stuff, actually. They can detach enough troops to take this and do that, I believe. Let's head back over here. All of our transports are ready. Did I build 8? I think I built 8 transports. Have them meet down here. And we're going to retire this little navy. They're not really worth too much. Why do they have to do that all the time? What was I doing? Oh yeah, combining everybody over here into a navy. Actually, I want to do this so they have the correct name. And we will have them protect trade in the White Sea. How much is that going to profit us? A decent amount.